What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2k, and today, man, I am going to be bringing you guys a video on the best and fastest method on completing the brand new Triple Dead Spotlight Sims for the Dark Matter Invincible 99 Everything Dark Matter Bill Russell. Now, I know I said Dark Matter twice, but we're moving on. But anyway, I know that there is a lot of these challenges, and I know that a lot of you guys are, again, probably getting overwhelmed, but I will say this. These Triple Dead Spotlight Sims have been the easiest Sims as far as like timing goes that we've probably ever seen. Now, I'm not going to say that every game is going to be easy, and that is why I'm bringing you guys this video right here. So, if you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor and kill a like button. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because this video, I'm going to do something that I've never really done, and I am going to kind of bring a new feature into this, because right now, with it only being 3 players, it's going to kind of give me a better idea to show you guys what really to look for with some of the harder teams. I mean, a lot of these teams do have, a lot of, good players in them that you can go ahead and use, but there are a few teams, like I'm going to just kind of use the Nets, probably like the Pelicans as examples, and maybe even like, I don't know, maybe even like the Spurs as an example. I'm showing you guys some good budget cards that you guys should look at with these things to actually be able to use in these challenges, because I know a lot of people have been struggling with the different ones, and we're gonna get into that. So if you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor and kill a like button. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into it. So like I said, this video, I'm going to be covering everything that you guys need, from starting with the Brooklyn Nets all the way to the Boston Celtics. Now, I'm going to be making a separate video on these Bill Russell challenges. These are the most annoying challenges I've ever played in my life, and that deserves its own video that we're going to get to in the future. Now, this is going to be done on next gen. However, if you guys do want to see a current gen tutorial, I need you guys to do me a favor and not only kill like button, but comment down below and just say current gen tutorial. And if I see a lot of people doing that, I'm going to definitely go ahead and bring that to you guys, because I didn't do these on current gen, and I know current gen was a lot more annoying, and I'm gonna make sure I hook you guys up for that. So let's get into this though. A lot of teams, so let's kind of cover some of the budget cards you guys should be looking for with different teams. So when you guys are going through these collections, you guys can see like there's a lot of these different amethyst and diamond players at the bottom of each team. That is where you guys want to be looking for a lot of the different budget cards in this game. Like Thanasis from the Bucks, that's a really good card that I think people definitely overlook. The Warped Reality ones for the Spurs, you have guys like Matt Bonner, you have Isaac Okoro you can use, you have Precious Achiuwa from the Heat if you need him, you have Simbalar for the Kings, Winslow for the Heat, Eddie Curry for the Knicks. These mystery sets are really good as well. Like Spencer Dinwiddie is a prime example of who you guys should be looking to get for the Nets challenge. I know he is a little bit expensive, but he is definitely going to be worth it. If you don't want to pick him up, you guys can go ahead and use the Series 3 Harden and KD. That's not a joke either. They're actually relatively solid to use. But a lot of these mystery cards are really solid. You have guys like Shumpert, Gerald Green, Brogdon. Going through here, you have guys like Garland, Bagley, Devin Vassell, Dennis Smith Jr., Derek Jones Jr. So you guys kind of get the point that as far as, budget cards go, you guys definitely want to make sure you guys are paying attention to some of this. Now, as far as the Nets go, because I know the Nets are going to be the team that a lot of people are going to struggle with, Drazen is a really good pickup. So, like I said, make sure you guys go ahead and scoop up this Drazen. If you can't get Dinwiddie, I mean, there are some other options that you guys can go ahead and look to pick up. The thing is I told you guys throughout most of the year, make sure you guys are grinding the different stuff. Because the thing is if you're grinding, you would have been able to get maybe this Buck Williams, Diamond Brook Lopez is a solid budget card that you guys can use for this. Even Diamond KD is good, but if you've been grinding triple threat, you have this Stephon Marbury you can use. You have, where is it? You have this Joe Harris that you can use from, I don't remember what season. I don't know why they're not loading, but you have this Karis LeVert you can go ahead and use. So these two guys, you have the TLC that you can go ahead and use. There's a Ruby Kerry Kittles and a Ruby Keith Van Horn. So I mean, 2 really good Ruby players as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and look into them, because those are the guys that are going to help you, go through some of these games. So make sure that you guys do, take advantage of a lot of the different budget cards in this game. Even if they're not diamonds, like guys like, Joe Smith, or no, I don't want to say Joe Smith, but where's my man, Diaw. Diaw is really solid. I saw some people saying that the Spurs didn't really have a lot of good cards to use. Diaw is like 10k MT, or one's 11k, I guess, or there's the 10k ones. Like, he's a perfect card to use for these. I'm talking for even if it's not a Spurs challenge, like make sure you guys have different players that will help you out a lot. Like Lionel Simmons for the Kings, perfect. Clem Haskins for the Suns, perfect. Like, you guys get the point. Budget ballers are going to be the best thing for this challenge for a lot of you guys, because I know you guys aren't the best teams in the game, so I understand the struggle on that side of things. But yeah, let's get into the different teams though and talk about how to complete these challenges. So what I'm actually going to do is there's going to be timestamps in the description that kind of tell you guys where to go in different things. So we're going to, just keep it a little bit more organized like that. So obviously the first thing we're going to start with is probably the win by 7 thing. The reason why is because every time you guys do go into a team, the third challenge is always going to be the same thing. It is going to be a win by 7 with 3 players from that team. And I think a lot of people are going to struggle with the different teams like the Brooklyn Nets. You're going to struggle with the teams like the Pelicans and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick one of the more harder teams to kind of cover and show you guys, like why budget ballers are so good. I'll probably do like the, sure, let's do the Pelicans. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use this team for this challenge. Like I said, you have to use 3 Pelicans players and win by 7. These 3 players put together are probably less than like 10 to 15k MT. So we're going to go ahead and use these guys, and I'm going to just show you guys again. The win by 7 challenges, this is what's going to kind of apply to every win by 7 and win by 5. The win by 5 ones, you're going to be able to do so much easier because you're going to be able to use whatever players you want. So you guys can see that little cutback method I just did right there. Again, this is for next gen. Like that little cutback ordeal, or not ordeal, but that little cutback thing is going to actually give you that wide open, chance at getting a 3. Now that's just on me for mistiming the shot. When you are playing defense, you want to make sure that you guys do kind of defend them pretty well. I know that sounds stupid, but like you want to make sure you're playing defense in these challenges because you do have to win by a certain amount. Now, this is where, again, I'm going to show you guys how you can kind of cheese the game a little. If you time that jump perfectly, that's actually the first time they've ever cut in. I'm not even joking. So that may have actually looked a little bit better than what it's supposed to happen. Just being completely honest. So what actually again happens is here, let me just go ahead and knock down this 3. Drew Holiday, one of the best budget cards for these challenges in this game. You want to do this, right? So you want to help off of your center, and then as soon as that guy hits half court, you want to actually run and jump. What actually is going to happen is you're going to run up and be able to contest that shot and, get a good contest, and most of the time we'll be able to grab a rebound. Some games you guys are going to go through are going to be really annoying. I'm not going to hide that in this video either. You guys know the computers, especially in spotlight challenges, the computer always gets, those putback dunks and, things like that. So again, same thing. As soon as he hits the half court line, you're going to jump. Again, if you get a contest, cool. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. The biggest thing about this is you want to make sure that you guys are shooting 3s. The reason why is because you want to push them into the paint to be able to get those stops. So even if they do score in whatever way that they do, you want to make sure that they are making 2s, because if you're making 3s, you're going to be able to win these challenges very easy. So same thing again here. We're going to jump right at that line. He's going to attack the rim. Boom. We get a nice little stop right there. We're still here for the stop. Perfect. Good defense. If you get stuck in a half court set, it's completely fine. All I recommend doing is if it is a half court set, I recommend on-balling it. So this way you actually make sure that a stupid animation or a stupid rotation doesn't happen. Now, again, as far as offense goes, you just really want to make sure you guys are taking 3s. If you guys don't know how to curry slide, if a player has Pro 2 behind the back, if it is in their right hand, all you have to do is point diagonally to the left. If it's in the right hand, or I'm sorry, if it's in the left hand, point diagonally to the right. If it's in their other hand, just point it the other way. I don't know which way I said again, but same thing here. So that's on me right there. That's actually my fault. I left him wide open. That is 100% on me. If you get stuck in a half court set here, all you guys have to do is call a screen, dribble that way, back up a little bit, and boom, you're going to be getting a wide open 3. Now, again, this is just an example with the Pelicans. This is going to be able to work with any team. I just wanted you guys to know that each team, you want to make sure that you guys do have a player that can rebound and shot block. So a guy like AD, you want to make sure you have a good solid wing defender. I mean, Zion, he's good in this game. And you guys want to make sure you guys have a go-to scorer like Drew Holiday. That game, super easy, 21-7, very easy to be done. Again, just make sure that you guys do have the different things. This actually could kind of work on current gen the same way. You just want to make sure you're getting them twos. Even if you have to let them score every time, it's fine. Because here's the thing, if you knock in 7 threes to get to 21 and they score all 7 times to get twos, you're going to win by 7 by default. So make sure you guys do that. The win by 5, like I said, is even more easy because you can use literally whatever player you wanted to. If I really wanted to show you guys this, I mean, actually, this one is, you know, of course, the rebounds, which again, we're going to get to in just a second here. This is just the win by, you know, 5 ones where you take a look, you know, the Mavericks. You don't have to use 5 or 3 Mavericks players, so you could use whatever players you wanted to. So if I'm going to use the team that I was using for a majority of the time, where is it? Obviously, my team is going to look a lot better and blah, 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 blah. I know, because people like, I don't know, people like to think that it matters. So even if I'll just make the team worse for now, because I know somebody's gonna end up saying like, oh, well, you expect us to have dark matters, and yeah, whatever. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use a budget team of, you know, random players here. And yes, I do actually consider I will actually consider Tony Kukoc a budget card because he was free, entirely free to get, and barely took any time to get. So I'll go ahead and use, you know, a team of like this. Like, this is a very solid team that I think a lot of people could have. Nice little voice crack right there. And again, it's the same deal that you guys can go ahead and just run down the side. I'll just hop into this random Mavericks challenge really quick. Boom, wide open, easy grains for Tony Kukoc. Exactly like my point, like I said, it's the same deal. Even in these win by 5 challenges, you just want to make sure that they are taking twos. This one's even easier because it's only 5. So like I said, if they're scoring twos and you're scoring threes, like you're guaranteed to do it. Like, you just have to make sure you're greening your shots, and you will do this with ease. This next part is actually going to be for dunks and layups, and this challenge is probably going to be one of the ones that people struggle with a lot. It is going to be the Twin Tower Spurs challenge. You do have to get 8 layups with any player. So with a single player, you have to get 8 layups. Now, I know this is probably going to sound a lot harder than what it is, because again, people like, you know, a lot of people freak out because they think that, you know, you just have to rim run and run forward, and it doesn't obviously work that way. So like again, like I'm just keeping it honest. People just want to literally rim run forward and expect it to work. So I'm gonna take a guy like Miles Bridges, a complete budget baller, and I'm gonna run a budget lineup for this challenge and show you guys how it's done. So Miles Bridges, Scottie Pippen, Kareem, all really cheap budget cards in this game. Again, this is against the Spurs. All you have to do is make 8 layups with any player. This is going to be the same thing when it comes to dunks. It is going to be the same exact thing, except one difference, which I will get to in a minute. So if you are on next gen, this works on current gen too, but in next gen with the spotlight challenges, if you hit left on the D-pad, so left on the D-pad here, pass and screen away will come up. All you have to do is click it, and then when you hold up, you guys are gonna see he's gonna go into his size up animation, and as soon as he crosses over to one side, that is when you are gonna click that burst, and you're gonna go wow right past him for the easy layup. Now again, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Left on the D-pad, just in a second, okay? Left on the D-pad, pass and screen away. That little circle is going to pop up. I always click it one more time when I get here. You're going to hold up on the stick. When you hold up on the stick, okay, that's on me, which I will get to in a minute why that happened. But when you hold up, so again, you're going to hold up on this stick. When you hold up on that stick right there, you guys are going to do his size up. So I will show you guys again. On the right stick, if you hold up, you're going to see he's going to do his size up. That's what you want to do. So you're going to do pass and screen away. Okay, you're going to hold up on the stick. As soon as he crosses hands, you're going to run and you're going to go right around him. Now, you're still going to get blocked and stuff. It's not like it's going to be a flawless run. You might actually get a flawless run or two, but it's not going to be like an immediate guaranteed thing. It's still really annoying. If anything, you should kind of attack Mosballin on this. I don't know why I matched up with Tim Duncan, but like, look. Again, same thing, right around him, easy layup. Now, the thing is that people don't understand is there's a very big difference between getting dunks and getting layups in this game, because people don't understand how this system, you know, works when it comes to stuff like that, which is completely understandable. This button right here, we obviously all know what that is. That is the turbo button. It's a lot of people's favorite button on Unlimited. When you hold that down, you guys are gonna dunk the ball. So you guys are gonna see I'm holding turbo and he went for the dunk. So the whole point of what I'm trying to say is like, when you hold turbo, you're gonna go for the dunk, and that is what you don't want to do when you are doing layup challenges. So I'll show you guys one more time here again. I'm gonna get to this spot, pass and screen away. I'm gonna hit my size up. We're gonna go around D-Rob, and when you hold it, they dunk the ball. That's why a lot of people were saying, hey, like I keep dunking the ball, like, oh my god, he's dunking the ball. You have to let go of turbo. If you get into the paint, which obviously you need to for layups and stuff, I'm gonna show you guys one more time here. Pass and screen away, left on the D-pad. Click pass and screen away. When you hit your size up and go around him, you're gonna let go of turbo and just click square. And then I don't know why he stopped, but you guys get the point. Now when you let go of turbo, as long as you point up and hold square, you are going to get a easy layup at the rim. Now when I say easy layup, like the computer gets a lot of stupid animations, so you're probably still gonna get blocked every once in a while. It happens. You know what I mean? Like it happens. I'm not gonna deny that. Like you guys see, I got blocked twice here. But again, layup right there. You just keep doing that, and you will get your layups, and you will get your blocks. It's the same kind of deal on current gen. You have to do pass and screen away. You can actually do it even easier on current gen with what you guys will see, obviously, in the other video. But again, it's literally as simple as just left on the D-pad, pass and screen away, hitting your size up, blowing by them, and then letting go of turbo. Again, you're gonna get hit by dumb animations. It happens. It's 2K. You are bound to get hit by stupid animations left and right. These challenges, again, especially spotlights, are going to try to screw you as much as possible. So just don't get frustrated. I obviously got frustrated yesterday. You know, it happens. It's gonna happen. Just don't get frustrated. So I'm gonna show you guys one last time here. 4 dunks, 4 layups. Left on the D-pad, pass and screen away. If you guys need a dunk, you're gonna go blow by and you're gonna hold down the turbo button. If you guys need layups, you're gonna let go of the turbo button and get your easy layups. Again, I know it's stupid. You're gonna get blocked. You just have to keep going through the challenge. Like you guys can see, I've been blocked probably what, 4 times this game, right? Yeah, I've been blocked 4 times. Like it happens. It like legit, it sucks, but that's just how 2K is. So you guys can see we got one layup, 2 layups, 3. We got 3 layups and I think 3 dunks as well with him. So yeah, pretty, I mean, it's not, I'm not gonna say it's like I said, you know, wash your hands super easy, but you're gonna be getting layups, you're gonna be getting the dunks. It's just a matter of remaining calm every time you do get blocked, because it's gonna happen. Now let's get to everybody's favorite category, and probably the one that you guys are here for, the good old Charlotte Hornets and the 3-team steals, because we all know that steals in challenges are really annoying already to begin with. And that is before we even get to that's before we even get to a challenge like, you know, a spotlight challenge where it is, I mean, a triple threat challenge where it's so short that it's, yeah, it's really annoying. So for this challenge, there's one big tip that I'm gonna give you guys. Use 3 players, not 2, use 3 players that have insane defensive tendencies. Again, what do I mean by that? Guys like Scottie Pippen, guys like Michael Cooper, guys like Tony Allen. Michael Cooper, all you have to do is complete the Lakers. They don't really, I mean, they have a tough challenge, which we'll get to in a minute, but I feel like, you know, if you get Michael Cooper, you can use him in this challenge. Now, Tony Allen and Scottie Pippen are going to be your best friends in this challenge. The first time I did this, if you guys don't believe me too, you can check out my Facebook stream where I did actually do this challenge. I got 3 steals in 3 straight possessions. It's not guaranteed to work, especially if you are on next gen. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. So I'm saying that before we get in this actual, you know, part here, because steals are very hit or miss with this game. I'm actually going to go ahead and restart this challenge here. Like I told you guys, you cannot get frustrated with challenges like this. This is a prime example of why you honestly sometimes just have to take your time. Now, the reason why is because, like, what just happened is Boris Diaw went 4 of 4 from 3. Like, it just, sometimes you just get in those games where the computer is going to do everything it can to hoe you. Now, right here, you guys can see all I'm doing is I'm repeatedly spamming square. I know that sounds stupid, but you can't foul out of a triple threat offline game. So, I mean, well, you can't foul out a triple threat offline either, but you can't foul out of a spotlight game. So really, you guys can see I was bumping him left and right, and that's all you really want to do. I know it sounds weird, but again, you want to stay in front of him, and as soon as you bump him, just start clicking square. Now, of course, Scotty's going to get beat on some backdoor cut thing. Like I said, these challenges are very frustrating, and I need you guys to understand that you cannot get frustrated. The steals challenges are probably the worst thing you're going to have to go through, and I was, again, lucky enough to be able to complete them right away. So the whole thing for me is like with these types of challenges, you have to make sure that you do score. The reason why is that when you do score and they get stuck in, like, they're not really stuck, but when they get in that, you know, the motion of coming up the court, that is where you're gonna, you know, jump these lanes, or not jump these lanes, but that's where you're gonna get an opportunity for these steals. So when they inbound the ball here, you're gonna see that, you know, Gerald Wall's gonna dribble up, and then boom, right there. You want to make sure that as soon as he switches hands, that is when you're trying to reach for the ball. Right there, I almost got it back to back again. You know, like, okay, so we got one steal right there. We didn't get that one. But again, you want to make sure that when they switch hands, that is when you are prepared for the ball. So same thing right here. Boom. Oh, I thought he was going to switch right there. But again, if you foul them in a half-court set, this is actually a really good thing to do as well. Because what you guys are going to see right here is sometimes what they'll do is the computer will come to the ball, but sometimes they just stand in the paint. And when they stand in the paint, your guys actually do jump lanes. So right here, the way that they're standing, it's probably going to go to Michael Cooper, and he's not going to jump it. But if it does go, see, he almost did jump it. But see, like, that's what I'm talking about, is that you guys can actually foul them to the point where, you know, you can get the steals this way. I've done this before in other challenges, but like you guys can see, sometimes they will just come to the ball. But right there, we're jumping that lane. Unfortunately, can't get the lane or the pass, but that's 2 tips right there that could have been for 2 more steals. You know what I mean? Like, we actually tipped the ball twice. Could have gotten the steals. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Like I said, the first time I played this, I got them 3 possessions in a row. So again, I'm going to show you guys kind of some more possessions here. It's like I said, steals are so annoying in this, but right there again, right when he switches hands, we do get that steal. It is all about just timing the reaches of when they switch their hands, because that is when the ball is in movement. The ball is not going to get stripped if the ball is not being moved. You know what I mean? So right here, he switched hands right there. I'm getting ready. I got stuck in an animation. Same thing. He switched again. I was there for that. Right here. Honestly, again, I would not have been surprised if that was another steal. Right when he switched hands is when I reached, and he just kind of dribbled it through me. You know, sometimes that is going to happen. You just can't, again, you just can't get frustrated. I know it's annoying, and I know that these challenges can get really irritating, but you just can't get frustrated. Right here. Again, I purposely fouled him because now they're going to go back into this half-court set, and maybe one of these guys jumps the passing lane. You guys can see they're both kind of smothering him a little bit. Okay, no jump there. I was about to say, if that was not a foul, I don't even know what to say. But again, same thing. If you get close, like if you have, so right now, like how I have 2 steals, I'm going to keep fouling them, and then boom, right there, Scottie Pippen. That is a prime example as to why I told you guys to pick up these guys. They have really high steal tendencies, and that is super important in these challenges. 3 steals. I'm not even going to say that it's easy, but there you guys go. 3 steals. Now let's get into the blocks. Now, as far as blocks go, this is probably the most annoying challenge outside of the 11 ones, or one of the ones for Bill Russell. You have to get 3 blocks with 1 player. This is the Pacers trio. It is their 4th game in. Again, no restrictions. You can use whatever you want. Now, for this, I obviously, you know, the steals, you want to use guards. For blocks, you need to make sure you have a good big man that can jump up and contest shots. D-Rob you can use. Obviously, he is free. Now, really good cheap cards. Patrick Ewing, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the good old Galaxy Opal. Shaq you can use. Let's see. The Bill Russell from the token market. I guess James Donaldson is a prime example of somebody where I tell you guys, make sure you guys punch in locker codes, because it's a prime example of what I mean. Use him. He is here for a reason. When I told you guys that, you know, he's going to be good for some offline challenges, that is a prime example of what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and just throw in the rest of our guys here. You know, Dr. J, LeBron. But that doesn't even matter. All you need is a guy that can block shots. That's what we're focused on in this game. So right away, you guys are going to see, I'm going to come over here. We're going to jump with Dr. J here, and we're going to back up. When he attacks the rim, we're here to try to block this shot. Now, he decides to not do it, but boom, right there, easy block. Now, I am on Mark Jackson, so he's probably going to take that 3, which is fine. I'm okay with that. If they take 3s like that, it is what it is. Now, as far as getting blocks goes, blocks are all about getting baited animations. So what you guys are going to see me do is, and I've talked about this in a lot of other videos here, you guys are gonna see you follow the center to whatever side they go on, you jump as soon as they get to the half court line, and boom, that is block number 2 down, good to go. Now I know a lot of people say, oh hey, you know, this guy keeps pulling up, or this guy keeps, you know, doing whatever. I understand that entirely, but again, you guys can see, like, you guys just have to time it right. Again, that's the 3rd block already. Now the first one was, I guess you can say, a little fluky, we'll just say, I guess, if you want. So I'll show you guys again, same deal. You come up to the side with the center, wherever the guy is dribbling to. As soon as he hits that half court line, you just gotta jump. And you guys can see LeBron almost even got that block. You just have to time it perfectly to when they cross the half court line. They rarely, I mean, they do take pull-ups, but the thing is, when they take the pull-ups, you can still block it. Like, that's the thing. So again, right when he hits the half court line, I'm jumping, I'm switching. Okay, he gets a layup, but you guys get the point that, like, I'm right there for the block. So if I got a good animation, I was gonna be able to block that. So same thing, knockdown 3 with Dr. J here. We're gonna go back with James Donaldson. Again, the free card from a locker code. Make sure you guys punch in stuff when I tell you to, because it's important. So same thing, I get stuck in an animation right there, but like, you guys get the point. We already have our 3 blocks this game. I'm just kind of trying to show you guys, you know, the final one here. If they actually want to, you know, if they want it to work, you know what I mean? Yeah, now they're going to be difficult, but you guys get the point. I'm not going to sit here and stress myself out. We got our 3 blocks. I mean, it's a very straightforward way of doing it. You just have to make sure that when you jump at the half court line, that you immediately click onto your center. So when they run into the paint, you can time the jump and you get a block. Very easy. Now, to do assists and rebounds, I'm going to actually do this together because this game is perfect. You have to record at least 6 assists and 5 rebounds with any player. This is where I think a lot of people have been getting stuck on as well, mainly because, you know, it's one of those annoying challenges, if I'm being completely honest. This is a prime example, though, of when a guy like Wes Unseld could be really helpful. The first time I did this, I used a guy like Bam. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and I want to use a card that's like more of like a budget kind of guy. And I think that a lot of people, you know, either should have or do have, like, whatever the case is. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use Julius Randle just because of the amount of games it took for me to get him. I don't care. I'm using him. But the point is, you can use any center or even big man in the game that is really going to, you know, work for you. So right away, you guys are gonna see Baron's gonna shoot this stupid mid-range. He's gonna knock it in. They always end up making their first shot, so I'm not really concerned. First thing I am going to talk about, though, is assist. Now, the biggest thing that what you want to do for assist is you want to do this, right? So when you, again, hit left on the D-pad like we were talking about before, you guys are going to see all these different options pop up. When you hit give and go, this is going to be the best thing for assist. So you guys can see I gave it to Randall. I immediately gave it back, and that's an easy dunk at the paint. That's another thing you guys can honestly do for dunks and layups. I just prefer to do it the other way. But yeah, so you guys can see right there, we're going to get Randall. Just grab the ball, dude. Anyway, so again, you don't want to do the give and go with the person you're trying to get the assist with. So again, we're going to just run up with Butler here. We'll go ahead and do this. Again, you're going to hit give and go, not pass the screen away, give and go. You're going to give the ball back to whoever you just passed it with. You're going to go right around your defender and jam it down. Assists are actually relatively easy in this. I don't really, some people like to chuck up threes and stuff. That's what I normally did, but I'm not even going to bother with that. Now for rebounds, you guys can see right here that as soon as I did that little like flop thing, I actually immediately clicked onto the other guy and ran away with him. The reason why is that you don't want the guy that you're not supposed to get rebounds with to actually get the ball. So immediately, once you do that, you just want to kind of click off. Now, rebounds are really annoying. I'm not going to lie, especially in these challenges, because sometimes they just decide not to miss. So same thing right here. Boom. We click off, we get the board with Randall, and we're chilling. I'm going to go right back here, run this little give and go action. Okay. Can you get off of me, please? Give it to Randall, give it back, wait a second, and then you're going to just sprint one way or another. I always like to run the opposite way of where the ball is in their hand. Like if they're to the right, you want to just kind of power to the left. The reason why is because when you do that, it actually stuns their defender a little bit. So you kind of just want to make sure you're doing it like that. So like I said, assists and rebounds are very simple. Rebounds are a little hit or miss because, again, it's one of those things where it's not really up to you. I know it sounds stupid, but it's really not. It's really not up to you whether you get the board or not. It's completely up to this game of whether or not they actually want to miss shots. So I mean, you guys can see right here that, like, we're actually snagging the ball. We're getting assists. I mean, we already actually have our assist done. So I'm going to just go ahead and pop that with Randall. But yeah, so one thing you guys can do as well is what I've kind of talked about before was, the whole extending games and stuff like that. When you extend games, Like, actually, I know I talked about that in the Bill Russell video that I made earlier this morning. I'm recording a lot of videos today. We're just gonna leave it at that. But when it comes to like extending the game, you want to make sure that it's at a different, like an even and odd amount. So you guys can see now that I have like an even amount, they have an odd amount. Now this is where you want them scoring twos, because what's actually going to happen is that you're going to delay the game a little bit as we get our rebound right there with Randall. Do not score threes once it's like this. So you guys can see what I'm saying, where they can actually keep scoring. And what's going to happen is we're going to get into like the 21 to 22 thing where it's going to go back and forth. And what's actually going to end up happening is we're going to be able to, you know, extend the game a little bit and get more time for rebounds. We don't really need it this game because we do just need two more rebounds. Actually, I think it's 5 rebounds and 5 assists. I don't know. I go through this literally every time. All right, I literally went through this the last time I did this challenge, and it's because it's a little confusing, but you guys kind of get the point with the whole assist and rebounds thing. You know, rebounds, you really just want to make sure that you are just hanging in the paint ready to go. I would recommend using taller players as well, because that obviously helps out a lot more. But yeah, as far as getting rebounds goes, I mean, having somebody with glass take obviously helps out a lot. But like, I'm not going to tell you, I was going to say, this is not the type of challenge to just leave people wide open. You just kind of want to make sure you're sitting in the paint. I mean, if you want to make sure that your team's playing defense, go for it. But yeah, it's pretty, I mean, again, I don't know. Rebounds are a little hit or miss for me. Because again, you have to get them with one player. Team rebounds are a little bit easier. I would just make sure that, like I said, that you are like sitting in the paint, ready to go. And yeah, I mean, assists, they're pretty simple. Give and go method. All you got to do is just obviously pass it back, and then run to the rim and just get an easy dunk, which you could kind of do with some other things as well. So that is going to do it though for the best methods on how to do anything and everything you guys are going to need to do in these challenges. Now, there are some other ones, obviously, with different teams that, you know, could be a little bit more difficult than others, but it's the same principle behind it. Like, obviously, this one's 2 steals. Same thing like I showed you guys with the Hornets. I believe the Bulls are 2 blocks, which, yeah, see the 2 blocks, again, same deal. The Warriors are going to be 7 assists. And then obviously there's ones that you do need threes, but I think threes are, you know, pretty self-explanatory. This one is really annoying too, the 3 blocks and a steal. Again, it's the same deal. You just got to do the blocks with, you know, the same deal that, like, you know, I've showed you guys before with the steals and the blocks. Like, you just have to kind of do it all in one game. They do get annoying. I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to tell you that these are going to be completely like a cakewalk. Like, for the average player, they're going to be pretty difficult. Like this one, 5 rebounds and 1 block with a player. Make sure you guys are using a center. Like, that's the key to this all. Is just make sure that you have a center to be able to do that with, and you will be fine. I mean, 3 threes and 3 dunks. Like, again, same thing. Just get 3 threes with a player, then 3 dunks. Like, it's all kind of the same deal. So I hope this did help you guys out. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Be sure to kill a like button if you guys did. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, peace.